turn for MEs now. Okay, thanks.
354.
United 788, let me know you get field.
We'll let you know, 788.
Scout 4716, airport 2 o'clock, 11 mile.
Scout 4716.
Yeah, what's up? 5176, cross high mom at 210 knots, contact approach 125.75.
10 knots, over to approach 125.75, Scout 5176, good day.
Or above 11000, cleared ILS 35 left approach, SkyWest 5375.
SkyWest 5931, turn left heading 045.
Turn left heading 045, SkyWest 5931.
SkyWest 8375, any chance you see the field there, or are you still in the clouds?
35 right, SkyWest 476.
Field's in sight for 788.
788, heading 325 to join, cleared visual, approach turn 35 right.
325 to join, cleared visual 35 right, United 788.
Which 34 right?
Expect visual 34 right, we're 230 sign.
Way is about the same. Got a little bit of a light chop as we went through there, but just momentary.
Roger that. Thanks, appreciate it. Contact approach 123.85.
12385, so long.
Got your check-in, landing information, Alpha current, expected visual approach runway 17 left.
We're approach American 1332 out of 16,000 for 13,000.
American 1332, Denver approach, turn left heading 060.
Left 060, American 1332.
Team contact tower 132.35.
3235, Scout 476. Speed to Boeing, the 170 accordion on 2035.
010, intercept the 34 left localizer, SkyWest 13931.
Just to verify, 35 left is your runway, your 6 from crop 1000, cleared ILS 35 left approach.
That's affirmative. Cross crop at 1000, we're clear for the ILS 35 left, SkyWest 5931.
SkyWest 5946, just set to maintain 11000.
11000, Scout 5946.
SkyWest 5375 has the airport in sight.
SkyWest 5375, okay, thank you. Just, is that about where you got it there?
Affirmative.
Okay, thanks.
34 right, SkyWest 5867.
5867, reduce speed to 170.
Reduce speed to 170, SkyWest 5867.
United 2214, reduce speed to 170.
Speed 170, United 2214.
SkyWest 5867, cancel your approach point, flight present heading and maintain 900,000.
Cancel the approach, present heading 9000, SkyWest 5867.
35 right, expect yellow.
8 Delta 982.
Then just set to maintain 11000.
Okay, slow to 210 when we're level, then down to 1000, American 1332.
SkyWest 5375, connect tower 133.3, good day.
Over to tower, we'll see us, SkyWest 5375.
United 2225, speed 170 or greater to court, contact tower 135.3.
353, 170 bear to court, United 2285.
175.
7.
13 on the flat E2, 34 right.
Alaska 616, Denver approach plan, runway 34 right.
34 right, Alaska 616.
Greater Tilt Diamond.
170 knots at greater till diamond, SkyWest 5931.
If it's 714,000, descend to be the flight 234 right.
77, Denver approach for Roger, plan runway 34 right. SkyWest 5176, descend to maintain 900,000.
900,000, Scout 5176.
603 Bravo Alpha, thanks. Denver altimeter 3006.
3006, 3 Bravo Alpha.
473 Denver approach, Roger.
Maintain present speed.
Cleared ILS 35 left. We'll join on a 010 heading and cross crop at 1000 on the 210. Scout 5946. Speed 180, Scout 5176.
I was 5867, set to maintain 8,000.
8000, SkyWest 5867.
Number 1132 Whiskey, Denver departure, thanks, Denver altimeter 3006.
5931, there's traffic 10 o'clock and the 5 miles eastbound. They'll be converging for the west parallel.
Looking, Scott, 5931.
100,000.
Maintain 9,000, Scott 5091.
Report.
020, accept the localizer airport inside Scott 5867.
5867, cleared visual approach runway 34 right on the 20 heading to join.
020 to join, clear the visual, 34 right, Scott 5867.
The airport from 14,000. Sure, Victor, radar contact a mile south of Spaceport. Say your next request.
Downstairs 7,500 for 8,000.
Leaving traffic, Scott 5091.
Richard Victor, expect address to the ILS into NOCO. They are on a 1-5 operation, so it'll be the RNAV to runway 1-5, landing information echo current. Good.
31, contact tower 133.3, good day.
333, good day, Scott 5931.
American 1332, 2 miles from Krupp, cross Krupp at 11,000, cleared ILS runway 35 left approach.
Okay, cross Krupp at 1000, clear ILS 35 left, American 1332.
Maintain 8,000, Scott 5091.
Now 473, descend maintain 9,000.
Descend maintain 9,000, now 473.
To 170 until Diamond.
172 Diamond, Scott 5946. 0, join final, cleared visual 34 right, Skyline 5176.
Scout 5867, speed 170 until chord, contact tower at chord 135.3.
170 to cord 35 through when we get there, Scott 5867. Take care, have a good one.
32.75. Parallel.
170 to cord, Scott 176.
Alaska 616, flighting 080.
080, heading Alaska 616.
United 77 to maintain 900,000.
900,000, that's United 1057.
That's correct, United 1057 to maintain 900,000.
1057 down to 900,000.
Got 5946, got a company RJ after left converging, contact tower 133.3, good day.
40 towers, CRJ inside, Scott 5946.
55, intercept 35 right, localizer, Scott 5136.
Now 473, descend to maintain 8,000.
8,000, now 473.
515 miles.
Inside Alaska 616.
Alaska 616, flight heading 020, join the final, cleared visual approach runway 34 right.
020, heading to join the visual approach for 34 right, Alaska 616.
Skyline 5176, contact tower at chord 135.3.
Tower at chord, Scott 176.
Alaska 616, traffic east to position for the parallel final. Is an Airbus, maintain 170 knots to chord.
170 to cord and looking for the traffic, Alaska 616.
Turn left here at the Greeley Airport, descend maintain 7,000.
Your right and left side are aircraft converging for the outboards, contact tower 133.3, good day.
3033, so long, 1332.
American Airbus for the parallel, maintain 170 knots to radar until Fron.
Traffic in sight and 170 or greater to France, Scott 5091.
Sigma 1, roger, maintain VFR. Sigma 1 traffic about 3 miles south of you right now. They're northbound, altitude indicates 5,400.
Delta 982, flight heading 300, vector final, maintain 1000.
Delta 982, heading 300 down to 1000.
Scout 5091, contact tower 133.3.
Couple calling there, Skywas 5125, were you checking in?
Airport 10 o'clock in 15 miles.
Sorry, United 1057.
United 1057, turn left, heading 020, join final, cleared visual approach, runway 34 right.
020 to join the final, we're cleared the visual, runway 34 right, United 1057.
Alaska 616, contact tower at chord 135.3.
35-3 for tower at chord, Alaska 616, thanks.
United 1057, reduce speed to 170 to chord, contact tower at chord 135.3.
70 cord and over to
Tower 353, United 1057.
Switch at Cord, United 1057.
Okay, we'll switch at Cord, United 1057.
South 5166, clear visual approach, runway 35 right.
Visual approach, 35 right, 51.
South 982, the runway 35 left available if you prefer it.
That's okay. Speed 210, good?
South 982, speed of discretion.
Mount 1, radar service terminated for exchange is approved.
Hey Daz, slowing things down today. Yep, I figured I'd knock out an FS economy gig. I'm having to reload the scenery. I ran into a library issue. I just downloaded this custom airport for Springs for this FS economy, and it doesn't say anything about GT library, but I was getting a log that says missing GT library, so I hate it when these scenery developers don't even know what libraries they're building sceneries from. So if this gets an error message, I don't care as long as the buildings show up, because the last time I loaded it, there was no buildings. So we shall try again. Otherwise, yeah, we're doing FS Economy. We're going to do Springs to Aspen. And we got a full load TBM. I put 150 gallons of fuel in there. And we'll file a flight plan here. Ghost Pilot, greetings from Portland, buddy. How are you? Sorry you missed the San Juan Island stream. Watched the VOD though. Yeah, it was fun. It was took me a little bit, or it took us a little bit longer to fly than I thought it would. So we're gonna do another one. So I'll let you know when that is. Probably still a couple weeks out yet. There's another thing that I'm gonna talk to you guys about. I have another group flight idea that I want to do. So I'll discuss that with you guys during this stream, actually. I'm going to wait to see if 7 Lima Yankee shows up first. Oh, cool. I guess that fixed it. We got buildings and airplanes. Buildings and airplanes. We're in business. Cool. So let me switch this back. It's going to be a black screen. Actually, let me sign in to PilotEdge real fast. I'm a TBM.
Connected to PilotEdge.
And then I need to go full screen. So this is going to be black it's going to be a black screen for a moment. That's all right. I'm just getting the doors opened. Anyway, here we go. So yeah, I'm going to be talking about the next group flight that I would like to put together for an evening flight. I did this flight that I want to do a group flight on just the other night, and it was so fun. It's not long. I think everybody will enjoy doing it, so I'll bring that up again in a little bit. All right, first things first. This takes forever, so let's log into FS Economy. And then we'll check maintenance records, and I need to bring over the weather. All right, we are logged in. Let's transfer the weather. And let me see, flying a TBM on PilotEdge. I'm gonna wait for the weather to load before I start this other thing. So that springs, I think I'll post on the developer that made that. Force weather reload. And I'll let him know that his description needs to be, he needs to add GT library and then all is well in the X-plane world. All right, we'll start the flight. Connect the X-plane. Let's copy the link here. Dashboard. Project. Overlay is up. There we go. Let's check our maintenance records. We got engine is good. Oil is fine. Brakes are good. Battery's good. Avionics are good. Lights are good. All right. So now we need to match what FS Economy does for weight. So we're going to remove all the covers, and fuel, before I forget, is 150, so that'd be 140, so that'd be 75. 75, and we'll do 110. Have to get the weight, the CG, just right to match my little weight and balance app. And then the rest of these should be 170. This is going to fix the CG, so everything will be a lot nicer. 170. 170. See, that puts our CG in a nice envelope here. We got the fuel, so I got to takeoff weight at 67.91, and my app shows 67.93, so that's good enough. We'll leave the chocks there, and we'll go ahead and close that door. All right, let's come back over. Since the weather is obviously overcast, it's going to be an IFR. It's going to be an IFR out of here. Over here, I'm going to do Black Forest, Victor 108 to Red Table. Springs to Aspen, flight level 220. I'm thinking I'm not going to get this flight plan. I think there's an issue with you having to go north and then cut over. But this is a more direct route, as you can tell. So I think they might actually have the flight plan go up here to a VOR called, what is it? I had it wrote down. Falcon, I think. Yeah, I think it goes to the Falcon VOR, but we'll see what happens. So we got plenty of fuel. Altimeter's 3014. Where's my 3014? And information Lima. And Aspen is arriving on 15, and the wind is 360 at 9. So if it gets any stronger than this, we'll have to do a circling approach for 33. Just because, like right now, you got Aspen. So the wind is favoring runway 33 at 9 knots. So I'm thinking we might do a circling approach. But right now we're going to see. Springs. Looks like the wind is favoring 17 right at 13 with a crosswind. So that would make it entertaining. Yep. It's IMC here, but Aspen, it's scattered at 45. Overall, the weather is pretty decent. Chris, how you doing there, sir? What model matching do you use for VATSIM? I'm not using VATSIM. I am using PilotEdge. And PilotEdge is a online network similar to VATSIM, except PilotEdge is a subscription-based, so you pay for your subscription. So let me see, where is it at? So this is their, so for 15 hours a day, all day, every day, exception with 2 days out of the year, this entire area is covered with ATC compared to VATSIM where you're not guaranteed ATC unless it's during an event. So take into account that every one of the controllers that handles PilotEdge are highly trained professional ATC controllers, half of which, if not more than half, are real world trained ATC guys with all sorts of certifications. So you will see a huge difference if you're going to stick around for my stream, the difference between PilotEdge and VATSIM when it comes to professionalism. Everything you do on PilotEdge is exactly the same way you would do it in real life. Everything to include calling up clearance and delivery. You look up the frequency, you dial it up like you would. So, like for Colorado Springs, let's say you didn't have any VATSIM controllers at Springs and you only had Denver Center. So to get your clearance out of Colorado Springs on VATSIM with only a Denver Center online, you'd know that you'd have to contact by title and say, Denver Center, TBM whatever, request IFR to wherever. And you would call him Denver Center. Well, that kind of takes away the realism for me. I'd rather call up Colorado Springs clearance and delivery on this frequency, as you see I will be doing, and actually use the call sign Springs clearance. So every single thing you do to include like the Springs 6 departure is all done via real world stuff. So here's Springs departure frequency. This is the frequency that you will use. Everything that's published is what you use on this network. And like I live on this network. Now I'm not discrediting VATSIM because I fly on VATSIM all the time, but I primarily fly VATSIM in the evenings on the north and the northeast because these guys don't cover the northeast. So I fly on VATSIM in the evenings, and obviously whenever they have FNOs and other events, like I just did Cross the Pond with, hundreds of other people. So that was fun. So, but during the day, if you want guaranteed ATC or even at nighttime, this is the way to go. And it's $20 for this entire yellow area or $20 for the ZLA, which has a ton of airports inside of it. And each one of these airports are towered. So, you just look up the charts for these airports and whatever the charts say or the frequencies that you use. So this is 20 or this is 20, or you can get the entire package for, which is what I pay for, $35 a month. And you do get a 2-week free trial that you don't have to pay anything for 2 weeks. And everyone that I have recommended this to has just gone to this and they haven't even looked back. So you'll see what I mean if you're going to be around, that this just blows away VATSIM. And I like VATSIM, but I love PilotEdge. And 7 Lima Yankee real life. So if I forgot to cancel IFR on PE, will they send the ambulances and fire trucks for me? Yeah. Well, I don't mean so much as in that much real life. I mean like using real world frequencies and like you would in the real world. So whatever's listed on a chart is what you would go off of. So where VATSIM, it's a top down type of scenario. So that to me is kind of like an immersion breaker. And the other benefit obviously is you get what you pay for. So these guys know what they're doing, and it's guaranteed ATC for 15 hours a day. And they have all these towered airports and stuff. So, and they also do events too. Like they probably don't have it on here anymore. Yeah, they usually have their events here. They have monthly events. So it can get pretty fun. And they also have drones. So it's about model matching. They have their own set of CSLs that come with the plugin, and they are fully animated CSLs, and they have drones. So I'll click show. These are all aircraft that are in the system that they will give you radar services to avoid these aircraft. So each one of these aircraft are planes that are flying to and from different airports, and the controllers will let you know if you need to turn, or if there's a aircraft in front of you, and they'll call it out, and they'll say, do you have the aircraft, or whatever, just like you're used to on VATSIM, because they don't have the amount of traffic that they made traffic. So it's not like you're going to feel like you're flying in the empty skies. Now, if you want to hide the drones to where you only see the people that are, real people like me, then these are the real people that are flying right now. So huge differences. And so we got PilotEdge, and then that was Aspen's, actually. Yeah, Aspen's. So we're going to file a IFR flight plan on PilotEdge. So that's our call sign. We're TBM. We are slant golf because we're GPS. We're not doing CPDLC because this airport is not capable of that. I don't think. Nope. So we don't check that box. And we're going to leave that, and we'll see what we get. Springs to Aspen, Denver as an alternate. So that's good. And FS economy, I should have 150 gallons. Yep. Good there. So let's come back over to our aircraft. Keith, thanks you for the support. Yeah. Yeah, I'm always trying to get people to come over. I've probably had 2 people I know for certain that have signed up for this network once I introduced them to it. One of which was like totally against it because he was such a big VATSIM fanboy that he just couldn't think that anything could be better. And as soon as he tried it, he paid for the entire system. And 7 Lima Yankee says, I think the ratio for PE to VATSIM flights is 100 to 1. I agree. Love PE, but you got to clean your palate. Yeah, so I do, like all my daytime stuff is PilotEdge. Like very rare do I do VATSIM unless I'm doing like a Concorde flight or something like that during the day. Evenings are fun for VATSIM. And I'll be talking to you guys about my next group flight idea is actually going to be done on VATSIM. So we're gonna have to get DAS to. Well, I guess we could use the PE client even on in the VATSIM territory. Yeah, we could do that. All right, let's get our FS economy guys loaded up. 150, and our payload should still be CG. Let me see, what's the takeoff weight? 6790, and takeoff CG 31. That's close enough. So that matches my app perfectly. All right. To get out my TBM checklist. Let's hop in here. We'll shut this door. Yeah, the group flight I'm going to be talking about once we're in the air is something I did the other night, and I was like, this is great. The guys would love this flight as a group flight. All right, let's see here. What's the temperature? Temperature is 45, so let's close the door because it's pretty chilly. I'll shut that. And all these switches are down. I do need to rebind my bindings from the TBMs. All those are correct. Gun on the right side. Fuel is off. We need to set the brake. And actually, let's use the ground power unit. Makes it easier for start when it is chilly like this. Engine doesn't, or the battery doesn't have to work as hard. All right, all switches are down. Throttle quadrant is good. Parking brake is set. Crash bar, we'll lift that. We'll put this on ground power unit. And we'll do nav light on. May of 21, so my Eric stuff is good.
Aural warning, okay.
We got our normal CAS messages. That's all normal stuff.
TOS system test, okay.
All right. So we're going to do, once this is done, we're going to go to revisionary screen. You do revisionary screen for engine startup in case you have power loss, because this one runs off of a bus where this PFD or MFD, whatever this one's called, is run off the battery. So if you lose a bus or something, at least you'll have your engines on this side. And we're going to turn on our pulse light for engine start. Since our area is clear, we need aux BP to on. Sorry, fuel boost pump is on. And we're going to want 25 NG within 30, 53 within 60. If we go 950 ITT, we'll abort. 900 for 5 seconds is fine. Anything under that is groovy. So we're going to use the stopwatch here. All right. So I'm going to do starter, then I have a button assigned to go to low idle once we get to 13 or something like that. So starter, all that is good. Adding fuel, see how fast the NG goes up when the ground power unit is attached. All right, we got 25. I totally messed up the timer, but that's all right. That was pretty fast. So as long as we have 53 within 30 seconds, I'll be good. We're at 51. So all that is fine. So we don't need the timer anymore. We'll do inert separator, which is number 2. Oil pressure is in the green. To aux BP to auto, auto, and auto. Then we'll check our fuel thingy. We'll hit that button. It goes to the left. Hit it again. It goes to the right. So we're good there. Move our thing to flight idle. Once we get the stable engine, we'll disconnect the ground power unit. And that's stable, so we'll take off our visionary screen. And we'll come up here. We'll go back to battery. We'll remove the ground power unit. And then we'll come down here to system, electric, and we'll check out the main bus. So we'll go main. Main bus is working, so we'll check the standby. Standby is good. Main gen offline. Warning is good. Back to the main. Main's good. Fuel is 75.74, so that's all good. Put on next ride. And we need our bleed pressurization. And we'll get the environment going to warm things up. Because right now it is 34 Celsius. Why is that so warm? It's cooling off. That's weird. It's cold outside, so that's weird. Don't know what that's about. Alright, bleeds are on. Systems, I've checked them. Standby. We'll turn off our pulse light at this point. And we're going to need oxygen for this flight. Since we're going up to 220. Synthetic vision is set already. Wind data is not available yet. Alright. Flight plan is on file. Let's get our ATIS 125.0. So I need 125.0 for ATIS.
Arriving and departing runways 13, 17 left, 17 right. ILS runway 17 left and RNAV runway 17 right approach and use. Simultaneous approaches to parallel runways and use. VFR departures contact clearance delivery. Advise on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information Lima.
Alright, Lima.
City of Colorado Springs Municipal
Borough
Airport.
should be 3014.
Information Lima. 1754 Zulu. Wind 120 at 13. Visibility 10. Ceiling 2000 overcast. Temperature 7. Dew point 2. Altimeter 3014. Arriving and parting runways.
Alright, and our airport is COS Springs Airport. Springs clearance 13445. So we pop that over to clearance. Ground is 0.7, so we'll get 0.7 on the standby. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Alright, standby, and I already forgot what the elevation 6187. So that is good to go. We are facing 079. 079. So avionics and elevation, all that jazz is good to go. Actually, let's get our clearance before, but I should be able to.
American 625, you appear to be off course. Where are you headed now?
Oops. I don't need that.
We're heading to Tesla, just across at 7,000. Is that not where you're showing us?
No, you're north, of course.
I might be. I'm down the center line on the FMC for American 625.
Chart. There we go. I was looking for the frequencies. Okay. So just making sure this is all the same.
625, it looks like you're exactly 1 mile north of course. You guys are turning eastbound
weather
now.
Here is
basically 1 mile north of
3014,
that entire path.
130 at 13. All that checks out.
All right, we'll check it. It might be. This is an app data that I have for American 625.
All right. I might get something different. Let me see what the Falcon.
American 625. I would bet that if you plugged in the ILS frequency for runway 8, you'll find yourself exactly on the ILS for runway 8 when you should be on the ILS for runway 7 right at this particular moment.
Yeah, we're double checking our numbers here. American 625.
American 625, just fly present heading now, vectors, visual approach, runway 8, just maintain 4,000.
There's Falcon VOR.
American 625.
So we shall see. Current with Lima. And I am at Central GA, I guess. Good afternoon, Springs Clearance, TBM 1399, Central GA, current with Lima. Request IFR to Aspen.
November 139er, full route clearance, just 1 moment, stand by.
Yeah, I kind of figured he was going to do that. So it's probably going to be Spring 6, Black Forest to Falcon.
November 139er, Springs clearance, go to Aspen Airport. Spring 6 departure, radar vectors to the Black Forest VOR. Direct Falcon VOR, Foxtrot, Quebec Foxtrot. J80, Red Table VOR. And then direct. Climb and maintain 10,000, expect flight level 220 within 10 minutes. Departure on 124.0, squawk 4345.
Clear to Aspen via Spring 6 departure, radar vectors, Black Forest, then direct to Falcon VOR to join J80 to Red Table direct. Maintain 10,000, expect 220 within 10, departure 124.0, squawk 4345, 1399.
Number 139, read back correct.
Alright, so we got our clearance. We're going to go over to ground.
American 625, the airport, 12 o'clock and less than 10 miles now.
Yeah, we got our dispatch for American 625.
American 625, cleared visual approach, runway 8, contact tower 118.7.
Visual approach runway, contact tower.
Tower is 1. I don't think that's right, actually. Yeah, 119.9. That's interesting. Actually. Yeah, it's 19.9.
Tower American 625 on the visual runway 8.
So 19.9 is on the chart. Always go off the chart.
American 625, still with approach.
And then we're going to enter in this flight plan, which is why I was waiting, because I didn't know exactly what I was going to get.
Phoenix Tower, American 625 and final runway 8.
Have you tried the TBM on Microsoft Flight Sim? Yeah, I did when it first came out.
Runway 8, clear to land, American 625.
And it's okay, but it's just nowhere near as system simulated as much as this one is. So if you really care about the systems, then I find this one more enjoyable, the hot start. But if you're just looking for like fun FS economy flights with nice scenery, then the Microsoft Flight Simulator TBM is kind of neat because they have the touch screen down here for doing your flight planning. Now granted, I haven't touched that thing since it came out. I'm more of a payware type simmer, so I'm just waiting for more payware to come out. But I did fly it when it first came out, and it was okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's definitely doable for FS economy. We're going to Black Forest, which is BRK.
American 625, make left traffic, and when you're able, say the reason for the go-around.
BRK.
We'll make left traffic, and we were a little bit too high and too fast approach for American 625.
Enter. And then we're going to go to the Falcon, which is FQF. Falcon, and then we want menu, airway, it's jetway 80, J80 to red table. We'll load that in there. Then we are going to Aspen. Aspen. Black Forest to Spring 6. Okay. Flight plan is good. This is our Springs departure here, which is actually the departure to Spring 6. I'll just brief that on the other one. Alright, I need to change. Actually, am I connected? Yeah, Sim Toolkit's already connected. That's okay. I hear the G3000 mod makes it 10-folds better as well. Oh, I didn't know they had a mod. I haven't really read that much about mods on the Microsoft Flight Sim. I've never been freeware anything, like even the Zebo. But I mean, that's kind of a bad example because if they had like an Airbus that was like the Zebo, which I know Microsoft has a free Airbus that's really, really nice. It's got a lot of features. But like the Zebo, you know, it's a Boeing, so I don't really fly it, but that's a hell of a mod. I've always been, I don't know, I mean, I guess I just like throwing my money away or it's not really throwing it away, but I just have a hard time keeping up with free stuff just because it's a little bit more involved with, you know, updating. Like the Zebo is so complicated now that you have to have an installer.
American 625, runway 8.
So I just don't really mess with mods too much.
Runway 8, clear to land, American
But
625.
that might be a possibility. The TBM mod for G3000 mod, that looks like that would be, I might actually have to look into that. That might be a mod I might be willing to get because I think the mods on Microsoft Flight Simulator are actually a little bit easier because like everything just goes into your community folder from what I understand. And I'm definitely no expert when it comes to Microsoft Flight Sim. I fly that as like my third favorite sim. So X-Plane is my number one, DCS is my number two, and Microsoft Flight Simulator is like bottom of the pile, but it's still fun. All right, let's see what our Now we're at 22 Celsius, so that looks good. It's nice, relaxed. And he's going to climb us to altitude 10,000, I think he said. So bring that up to 10,000 and vertical speed 2,000. And we're going to depart on a heading, basically runway heading a 172. So arm headings. We got heading, vertical speed, altitude is arms. Autopilot is ready. And elevation, altitude for Aspen, that's correct for our pressure. We'll set our flaps for takeoff. Takeoff trim is set. Rudder and airline is 0. And our transponder code that we were given, clearance is 4345. So we'll go ahead and do mode Charlie now so we don't forget. 4345. Cast messages are normal. I already checked the temperature charts, already checked that. Let's get our ATIS again, get updated on that.
Parallel runways in use. VFR departures, contact clearance, delivery, advice on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike. City of Colorado Springs
Mike
Municipal
now,
Airport.
so something's changed.
ATIS information, Mike. 1854 Zulu. Wind 110 at 7. Visibility 10. Ceiling 2,400 overcast. Temperature 8. Dew point 2. Altimeter 3012. Arriving and departing runways 13, 17 left, 17 right. ILS runway 17 left and RNAV runway 17 right approach in use. Simultaneous approaches to parallel runways in use. VFR departures, contact clearance, delivery, advice on course heading, altitude, and if flight following is requested. Read back all runway assignments and hold short instructions. Advise on initial contact. You have information, Mike.
All right, we are with Mike. And you say system depth is what you're paying for essentially. Yeah, I just like I mean, most of the reason I pay for it is because of system depth. But mainly it's like it's just easier, unless it's just a simple mod. But it's just easier to just download a package or use an updater that comes with the payware aircraft. I just find it easier. But yeah, I mean, I'm paying for system depth, like with the Flight Vector Airbus A320 and stuff like that. And also texture work, you know. I mean, the texture work on some of these payware aircraft, like, you know, Toto's TBM here, it's just, you can't be competed, can't compete with it with other types of aircraft. So all right, let's do taxi light, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, should be this one. And our departure is pretty straightforward today. So we got Springs to Aspen. So we're going to do the Springs 6. So this looks like it's confusing, but this is actually for if you lose comms. That's what these little dots mean. If you lose comms, you do this, but otherwise you just go straight out. So we're just going to take off on a runway heading, and we're just going to keep going straight up to 10,000 until we're vectored to Black Forest, I guess, or Falcon. No, it's not Falcon, it's Black Forest, which is right here. So we'll get vectored. So you can also see that probably here. Yeah, wait, right. Yeah, climb 172 for radar vectors, so you don't have to do anything. So it's only if you lose comms that you have to do that depicted procedure, which would be turn left from runway 313 right, you turn right direct to Black Forest VOR, and then you have to depart via this instruction to be safe from obstacles. So that's all that weird lines where it's just in case you lose ATC. So we would go left straight to actually here, Black Forest. I'm sorry, it is up here. This is pointing up here. Black Forest is here. So you would just climb and hold with 159 inbound until you get to the MEA of flight for direct on travel, and then you're good. So otherwise it's pretty easy departure. We're just going to get radar vectors. So let me get rid of the chocks. Turn the brake off. Brakes work. And let me put this in beta range. And we're on ground. And we're squawking Charlie. Okay. Trying to make sure that FS economy is showing me airborne. I'd hate to take off and not have anybody on board. Yeah, it shows en route.
Tower, Skyhawk 82264 is about 7 miles north, landing with Yankee.
Back 82264 Glacier Tower. Would you like runway 20?
Yeah, that'd be good.
Runway 2264, make straight in runway 20, wind 180 at 5, clear to land.
Clear to land, 20264.
Alright, we are at the Jet Center. Springs ground, TBM 1399 at the Jet Center. Current with Mike, ready to taxi.
TBM 1399 Springs, ground runway 17 right, taxi via Alpha.
17 right via Alpha 1399. Alright, we got taxi lights on. Push up. Moving on up. This airport's pretty nice. For free. Alright, so we have to come up to Alpha 2 up here, go right, and then up here. Little lag trying to look around. It's loading in the visuals here. Check the aileron, check flight control, check. We got left. You got right. Free and clear. Roll up here to Alpha. Hang a Louie. And to add the GT library. So if you find this airport is on the org, and it calls for three libraries. It calls for the CBD, Mr. X, Open Scenery X. So pretty much everybody has those. But it does not say anything about the GT library. So I was getting errors when I first loaded this up. And then once I added the GT library, then all the errors went away and all the buildings loaded properly. So I am happy with this. I'll show you the, I think there's a military section of this base on the other side. So I'll take a look at that. Let me pull over here to the run-up area real fast and I'll show you where that is. I have to do some feathering tests here anyway. So I'll put this in that mode and then we'll do feather. All right. So yeah, this is pretty cool. It's the first time I've used this scenery. It's pretty nice for free. It's got its own ortho too, which is nice. The guy added this ortho. Nice, very nice. In the terminal, let's look at the terminal real fast. So we won't sit here too long. I think the terminal uses SAM. Terminal looks pretty decent. Yeah, they got an Allegiant Airlines over here for part of their statics. Very nice. Cool. All right, so we got.
Right 2264, say parking.
I just want to go over the FBO over there off Delta.
Which is
Number 264, roger, left turn,
6
and Bravo
and
to the
7.
ramp. This frequency, have a good day.
Okay, Bravo to the ramp 26.
Turn the brakes off. We'll move up. We'll switch to tower 19.9, and our departure is 124. 0.
Actually,
and then we need pitot stall warnings, inert separators on. That's fine.
Tower, Skyhawk 8226.
Cast messages are fine. Let me get my rotate speed. So we're going to do where's my winds? Departure, update the METAR. And we are doing 17 right. Left crosswind, and the winds are 130 at 13. So it's not too bad. We're going to VR at 85, so look to rotate at 90. I always add 5 on this aircraft. Springs Tower, TBM 1399, holding short, 17 right.
TB 1399er, Springs Tower, runway 17 right, cleared for takeoff, wind 110 at 7.
17 right, clear for takeoff, 1399. Clear left. Clear right. Do a little wind correction up here. We're going to do a rolling takeoff. We got plenty of runway. So we're going to bring up our prop. Get the prop where it should be. In the green. Alright, prop's full. We're going to slowly add in torque. Everything's in the green. Maintaining center line. And I'm going to hold the torque right about here, about 90%. It comes out 85 knots, 90. Rotate. Positive right. Gear coming up. 115 knots, flaps out. I'm just going to hand fly it up to 10,000 feet here on a runway heading.
Number 1399er, contact Springs departure.
Over to departure, 1399, see ya. 124. Springs departure, TBM 1399, 7,700 for 1,000.
November 1399er, Springs departure, air contact. Turn left heading 060, climb and maintain 16,000.
Left turn 060, climb maintain 16,000, 1399. 060. And he said 16,000. We're going to add in some, actually I'm going to keep the torque right at about 80. And I'll keep the IAS at 130. So let's go flight level change and we'll set IAS for 130. We'll go ahead and close the inert separator. That takes about 45 seconds. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Coming into the muck. Have Springs approach on standby. To back off on the torque. I meant to. Separator number 4. Two. Inert separator is 2.
Turn left heading 340, then when able proceed direct to Falcon viewer.
Left turn heading 340, then direct Falcon VOR 1399. 340. And then we're going to go to Falcon VOR. Menu, activate, menu, activate, direct to that flight plan, and then we'll do nav. Increase our torque again. So we've got landing lights.
November 1399er, Denver approach 126.1.
Denver approach 126.1, 1399. 26.1. Pop that over. Denver approach, TBM1399, 15,000, 100 for 16,000.
TBM1399, Denver approach, roger, climb and maintain flight level 220.
Climb and maintain flight level 220, 1399. Alright, so we got that set. Landing lights is strobe, pulse, taxi lights off. Can turn off the pulse light at this altitude. Turn on our headset, noise canceling headset here. Add in some torque. Transition altitude. I should better just push this. Yep, that goes to standard. Standard. Go up to 220. Maybe we'll get a shortcut at some point. I was monitoring the icing up here, and on the top left, there was no issues. All right, we are going to Black Forest. Put this in my iPad. Okay, so my next group flight idea, I want you guys to tell me what you think of this. I did this the other night, and I'd never done it before, and it was really fun. I took off from a field close to New York City, just east of it. I don't have to look up the name of the field here in a moment. And then I flew the New York City corridor down the Hudson River, you know, where like Sully ended up saving all those people's lives. But there are certain rules that govern that area. It's like you just have to stay on Unicom, even with controllers on. But to fly that at night at 1,000 feet, you know, I flew it between 600 and 1,000 feet going down the Hudson corridor at night with all the New York City skyscrapers lit up in all multiple colors. As long as you have the Dweski scenery package for that area, it is exceptional. Or you could probably use Microsoft Flight Simulator, and that might be just as nice. But I would like for you guys to do that with me next time, and I'll get you the departure airport.
TB1399, fly heading 320 vectors J80.
Heading 320 vectors for J80, 1399, thanks. Heading 320. So, yeah, if you guys are, where's the differential? We're at 5.5, cabin pressure 63. Yeah, we're good on cabin pressure and such. So if you guys want to do that, it was a lot of fun, and it's really that hard. It's not that hard. Might fly the Hudson SFRA on Microsoft Flight Sim. So what does the SFRA mean? Is that the corridor, the one I'm talking about? Here, let me get you the link that basically is what I learned how to fly it. Like, only thing you have to do is like you stick to Unicom And well, if you stick to Unicom, if you're on VATSIM, it's more fun on VATSIM because at least you'll have controllers. If you wanted to get flight following and until you get to the corridor, that's what I usually do. But if people just want to do it on PilotEdge because they don't have VATSIM, then we can still do it. Just won't have any ATC involvement, but we can still talk to one another. Let me get the corridor. Special flight rules area for the Hudson corridor. Okay, then that's probably exactly what I was looking at. It like shows all the call outs and kind of explains it. That's one of them. Where's the other one?
Number 139, turn left heading 310 on that heading, join J80 and resume on navigation.
Left turn 310 to join J80 and resume on navigation 1399. 310. And J80 is right there. So we'll activate that leg. I don't think I activated the right one. This one should be pink. So let's activate that leg. There we go. Now we got the right one. So hopefully, let me see if I can hold 310 and then arm nav. Yeah, GPS is armed, so that should automatically turn me when we get to Jetway 80. Meanwhile, let's come back here and we'll open up our table. Get out our coffees. And we'll get Aspen's weather when we get a little bit closer. Okay, so here is the first link that I used, and here's the second link of information regarding this corridor. And these might be old, I don't know, but this is what I used to look up. This is the reading I did on it. It was a lot of fun, man. I did it just myself like maybe 3 or 4 nights ago, and it was a blast. I did it on VATSIM, and the only problem that I made, it wasn't a mistake that I made. It was like, I understand why they kept texting me, because I would come within like really close to the Bravo, but I know better. Like, I'm not going to bust Bravo without first getting permission, and I didn't have flight following. I was just flying VFR, and everything I was doing was right, but because I was heading toward a Bravo shelf, and you know, you have all the major 3 airports that are all Bravo there, the LaGuardia and JFK and Newark. So I was flying just on the east side of it, and New York Approach texted me and said he wanted me to contact him. So I contacted him, and he's like, "You're approaching a Bravo. What is your intention?" I'm like, "Well, my intention is to fly VFR to the corridor, which does not require any ATC involvement." I said, I'm not going to be busting any Bravo or anything like that. So once he understood what I was doing, then he left me alone. Then I got into the corridor, and because I was going along the water, and I was approaching LaGuardia. Then the LaGuardia tower contacted me on text, and he said, contact me. So then I had to contact him on the radio and tell him basically the same thing. I said, I'm in the corridor. He goes, well, the shelf there is 1,300 feet. And I said, well, what altitude do you show me at? And he goes, 1,000. I said, well, then I don't need to talk to you, right? I said, this is like, literally, I am VFR. I'm in the corridor. I'm following the rules. I don't need to be under radar services. I'm not doing a transition or a Bravo transition or anything like that. I'm just flying the corridor. So once they all knew what I was doing, then they left me alone. And then naturally, when I needed to land at Teterboro, I called up the New York Center and I got my landing clearance because Teterboro is underneath the 1,300 foot Bravo shelf. So next time I do this on VATSIM, because it kind of took away from my experience because I wanted to look at the views, but every time I would try to look at the buildings, I'm getting text to death for no reason at all, really. I mean, they're just trying to make sure that some newbie doesn't come into their area. But if they can look at my information and know I'm instrument rated because it shows up now. So all VATSIM pilots have an area in their profile that shows up on like VATSPY and all those other places, your ratings. And I've got the VFR rating and the IFR rating, and I never finished my Oceanic, but I have some of it, but it's not listed. But anyway, so he would have known I'm instrument rated. So why he was warning me that I'm approaching a Bravo is besides, I don't know why he would warn me. But that was the only aggravating thing. So the next time I'll just let them know when I get close, like within 10 miles of the Bravo shelf. I'll just call up the approach and let them know what I'm doing, but I don't want flight following. Or maybe I would start off with flight following for like 15 minutes and then just let them know what my intentions are and let them know to let all the other controllers know by some means if they have the capabilities to do that. So that way they don't text me to death, because that was the only down part to that flight. But otherwise it was a lot of fun. Very, very, very scenic. Hudson traffic, White Cessna, Jersey side, northbound, 900 foot, Veranzo Brit. Yeah, that's exactly what I was doing, except I was doing it on Unicom 122.8. And I called in, I pretty much entered the corridor at, oh good, it is working, it caught that. I pretty much entered the corridor at the George Washington Bridge, and because there was so little traffic in the corridor, actually I was the only one in the corridor, I didn't call out every single landmark. I know you're supposed to in real life, but in real life you'd have a ton of aircraft. So I only call out the Intrepid, George Washington Bridge, and the Lady. Those are the only three that I call when I do that trip. And I've always done the trip in the daytime before. But now I'm going to only do it at night because it is so cool at night. So anyway, that's the one I want to do next with you guys. That'd be like a lot of fun, and hopefully get DAS to get a VATSIM event, VATSIM account. That way we can at least get a landing clearance from New York, and we can also pick up flight following to the corridor for our flight. Like we can always take off somewhere and do a couple landings and then hit the corridor at the very end. We just have to get DAS to sign up. I think I have a screenshot when I did it. It looks like the real picture. Yeah, I might have to, I mean, I will. I'm going to look up that TBM mod that you were telling me about. If you have a link for it, that would be great. But if you don't worry about it. I know how to Google. But that might be kind of fun too, to try it on the Microsoft Flight Simulators, as long as the performance is good enough. I haven't updated anything. I haven't updated my Windows or anything in a while. All right, let's see what Aspen's D8 looks like. And I'll pick up regular ATIS when I get a little closer. These mountains will make it to where can't hear it right now. All right, they are arriving on 1.5. See what the winds are doing. Winds are 7 to 16, favoring 3-3, so we're going to have to do a circling approach, which is interesting because you can't use some of the approaches to do that. Oh, you got a screenshot. Let me see what this shows. Oh, that's definitely Microsoft Flight Simulator. That's nice. Maybe I will do it with Microsoft Flight Sim. As long as it's not a stutter fest, that would be my only complaint.
139er contact, Denver Center 120.47.
Denver Center 120.47, 1399. 2047. Well, part of the enjoyment for me also is the airplane I use. I use my Cessna, my twin Cessna 310. And I like that plane, and I also have a really cool airport that I take off from. Denver Center, TBM 1399, flight level 220.
TBM 139er Denver Center, roger.
All right, Aspen's Quebec with an altimeter of 3009. So, do a test run. Oh, you got a link here. Cool. Oh, I see it. Okay. FS mods G3000 released, or the latest release was 6 days ago. Yeah, I'll read up on that. It doesn't, where does it say it's TBM? Let me see. So is this just like a G1000 mod for any airplane that uses a G3000? I guess the TBM default is a 3000, but this mod makes it better? Is that what this does? So it's not actually like a TBM mod, it's just a avionics package or something. G3000 mod. I'm adding this link. Take a look, see. It's just an avionics mod. Okay. So the stock G3000 is garbage. The TBM and SFS uses the G3000 avionics package. So basically what you're saying is, if I understand you correctly, I can just somehow, like, I don't have to touch the TBM itself. Only thing I do is download this avionics mod, and then when I launch the stock TBM, then it should display the modded G3000 within the 3D environment, I'm assuming. But for X-plane purposes, when I did that flight the other day, I flew out of Esperado, I think it's called. Here, I'll look it up real fast. It's 1 November 2, which is Esperado. It was a payware airport that you can get on the org for probably pretty cheap at this point. It's not even an operating airport in the real world, but it's a super fun airport to take off from. But Microsoft, if I had that new mod, then I might try the TBM to take the TBM down that'd be kind of fun. I have to look at that. Aspen elevation is that. So I'm gonna do we're gonna do an RNAV approach, Foxtrot from red table, which is straight in. So we'll cross red table 13.7 or above. And then this is a 6.5% glide path. Although it doesn't have a glide path, you step this down because it's not an LPV. But it does allow a circle to land. So we'll take it down far enough to get out of the clouds. And then we're going to do a circle probably west of the field for 3-3. Is it west or east? Probably east, actually. West. Yeah, west. We circle on this side. So we'll circle west. So we'll come in down using RNAV Foxtrot approach from red table. And then we'll come down to our minimums, which is 10.2, which is 2,300 radar. And then we'll circle west because this allows circle to land. So we'll circle west and land on 3-3 because the winds are whipping out of the north right now. And Aspen's ATIS is, well, first off, Aspen's approach is 123.8. And ATIS is 120.4. So we got ATIS. And if we're going to probably be approaching at maybe 130 knots. I'll just say 140. So that would be a vertical speed of 1630. So 140 knots equals VS of 1613. And 120 equals VS 1382. So we'll just say we'll round that up to 1400 feet per minute. And 140 we can just do 1600. So we got 1400 and 1600. Yep, that'll work.
November 13909er, the Aspen altimeter 3009er, descend and maintain 17,000.
3009er, descend and maintain 17,000, 1399. And do 17,000. Then we'll do vertical speed down there. And missed approach for this Foxtrot. Climbing right turn to 1400, direct to Lens. And on track 247 to Glencoe. So we'll let the GPS do it for the mist, but we'll come out here to Lens and then Glencoe. So we'll reset MCP for 1400 if I need to. There's an actual TBM mod somewhere. Don't remember the link though. Oh, okay. And Rough Edge, hey bud. Hopefully you make it into Aspen today. I tried to fly into Telluride yesterday, but had to divert to Farmington after 2 failed attempts. Yeah, I just looked at the weather. Let me take a look at it here. So that's Springs. Let's see what Aspen's looking like. Cause the minimums, like, you know, the minimums are pretty. Yeah, we're good on clouds, so we should be able to get in there. Aspen's, it's got some weather around it, but it's not too bad, so we should be all right. And we're gonna do altimeter's 3009, he said. .3009, and we're gonna do procedure and approach. We're gonna do the Foxtrot, RNAV Foxtrot from our red table. Fly reverse, nope, minimums, barrow, and we want a minimums of where is it? It's 10-2 for us. So 10,000. Damn it. Let's try that again. $10,200. 10,000. It's supposed to be 10,200. All right, it doesn't like that apparently. Just do it manually. That'll be fine. All right, we're at 17,000. I've got the approach loaded in there. See if we can pick up ATIS.
TBM9 contact Aspen, approach 123.8.
Aspen approach, 123.8, 1399.
Pitkin County Airport, 86 information, Quebec, 1853.
It's the same as it was before. Aspen approach, TBM 1399, 17,000. Current with Quebec, request the RNAV Foxtrot approach for circling 33.
November 13909 Aspen approach, roger, turn right, heading 270, vectors red table VOR.
Right turn 270, vectors red table VOR 1399. 270, so let's go heading. 270, and that's red table, so come down here, we got flight plan, and we'll activate that leg. Then we just have to do a direct to once we're ready. Landing field elevation, again 7837. So we're right on the money for our cabin pressure. We can get rid of our coffee and we'll close our table.
Bozeman ground, good afternoon, ExecJet 337. Like to pick up like to pick up IFR going to Spokane.
ExecJet 337, Bozeman ground standby.
And tower is, Aspen Tower is 1885, so let's get 1885 set. Let's see, Foxtrot. Where's my weather for Aspens? My weather injector, I have to make sure that matches pretty close to what real world, which it is. 350 between 7 and 16. So it's going to be a sporty landing. It's 52 degrees. We got scattered at 6,000 feet. And elevation at Aspen is, it's right here, 7,800. So I'll say 8,000 plus 6,000, about 14,000. So we should break out of this muck at 14,000. Let me redo my...
TBM9 descend and maintain 14,000.
Descend and maintain 14,000, 1399. 14,000. Take that out. And we'll go ahead and update our weather so all of our weather looks accurate per the weather stations. And we're going to turn on our lighting. And we'll do inert separator. It's number 2. Okay. He's gonna
landing gear.
Cabin pressure.
13999, enable proceed direct to the red table VOR, cross red table at or above 13,700, cleared straight in RNAV Foxtrot approach.
Clear direct red table VOR, cross the VOR 13,500 or above, cleared RNAV Foxtrot approach 1399.
Number 13999, at or above 13,700 at red table.
Above 13,700 at red table 1399, thanks.
ExecJet 337, Bozeman ground, clear to Spokane Airport. T-Rex for departure, Whitehall transition. Direct Missoula VOR. Direct Mullen Pass VOR.
3,000.
As filed.
700.
Climb and maintain, climb via the SID. Expect flight level 380
at 180 knots,
departure.
so we'll do gear traveling.
Big Sky departure frequency 118.907, squawk 2717.
And 140 knots, which is...
Search 337 is cleared to the Spokane Airport via the T-Rex for departure,
so
Whitehall transition.
20 knots is 1,400.
Then Mullen Pass is filed. Climb via the SID, flight level, expect flight level 380, 10 minutes after departure. Departure is 1892 and 2717.
Do flaps and
ExecJet 337, read back
tower
correct.
is set. Fuel is even. And we'll do VNAV down to minimums, which is 10.2. 10.2. So it's kind of cheating. It works with this plane, but it will bring us down. So now we are clear to descend. So we are descending on the VNAV. And then we'll circle for 3-3. Landing lights and all that jazz is on. And then Alex is 1200, so let's do clear. Huh. I won't do it further than 12.2. That's fine. I'll go vertical speed then at 1400. Below that. Take off this headset so I can hear the engine. I don't think it'll take me any lower than Hebes. I think this will stop there. And that's all right. That's all I need.
Number 13909 radar service is terminated. Contact Aspen Tower 118.85.
Over to Aspen Tower 118.85, 1399. Aspen Tower, TBM 1399, RNAV Foxtrot for circle 33.
November 13909 Aspen Tower, circle east of the field, right downwind runway 33, report 3 miles north.
Circle east of the field, right downwind for runway 33, report 3 mile, inbound 1399. So 3 mile would be, good Lord, what would it be? 5 mile, it would be right at my minimums basically. So apparently this has, let's dip down. Apparently this has a glide slope, that's interesting. All those are on. So 3 mile. Report 3 mile. So I guess I should have used, apparently this has a glide assist. That's interesting. Didn't know that. Did not know that. Alright, well, we broke out, so we're good. I use this for circling, this approach for circling, and then I use the LDA approach for straight in 1.5. Alright, we got 3 green. Let's go Aspen. So we're gonna land at 3-3. We're gonna have a 12 knot tailwind on the downwind here. Autopilot off. Aspen Tower, TBM9 entering the right downwind, 3 miles out now.
For 1399, runway 33, clear to land.
Runway 33, clear to land, 1399. All right. So I think there's 2 valleys I have to look out for. I have to follow the road in or something like that. Yeah, my note from last time I did this messy thing is second valley, then look for the road, stay left of the road to follow it in because it's hard to see it. And the elevation is 7,600.
Terrain ahead.
Second valley. I hate these circling approaches. It's the first valley. Second valley. Stay to the left of the road. 90 knots. There's the road. Stay to the left of the road. So that's how I do it. I count the valleys. I've messed up this approach so many times that I've come up with a way to do this.
Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate. Sink rate.
It's okay.
Sink rate. Sink rate.
These winds are always so whipping.
Airspeed.
Well, that was challenging, but made it down. I scared the hell out of our passengers, but it's alright, they'll live. Everybody lived. This plane is so hard to land. Of course, the winds weren't my friends for this. Stop after the stop bar. All right. thought I had it wrote down to what the FBO's name is.
We're 1399 Alpha to the ramp this frequency today.
Alpha to the ramp with you, 1399, thanks, you too. Alright, so we'll turn off our strobes and those. We'll leave our taxi lights on. And we'll take our flaps up and we'll reset the trim. We'll turn off our pitot heat. Stall warning. Yeah, sometimes diverting to other airports actually adds to the fun for me. I mean, luckily we didn't have to today because this is an FS economy flight. So I'd much rather go to a different airport if I wasn't carrying paying passengers. But if you can't get in, you can't get in. I did not know this has a glide path though. I'm gonna have to write that down for this plane. I had no idea. I'm definitely in the mixed thought. I love the Epic design, the speed, but I like the TBM holds you to proper flying more. Yeah, that's for sure. Join stream immediately, got called into a call before your stream officially started. That's all right. I'm gonna cut between these two. Circle back around here.
Boeing Tower, hello, Walker 380 short, 32 left.
Walker 380, Boeing Tower, runway 32 left, clear for takeoff.
Runway 32 left, clear for takeoff, Walker 380 heavy. And quick question, the departure frequency confirm 120.4?
Affirmative.
Thank you.
Set that brake. Gotta sit here at flight idle for 2 minutes before we shut her down. Lamner took a decade to get a decent G1000. I do not believe Microsoft can ever get close in less time. Yeah, I'm not sure about the mod though. I might try that. And Rough Edge says Aspen approaches always look intimidating. Yeah, man, especially for these circling ones. Like the only reason I knew like I even had a chance of making that approach is because I had a note that said, you know, look for the two valleys and then stay to the left of the road. That's the only way I've been able to do it. Because the first couple times before I had notes, I would turn like way early, like where am I at? Yeah, I would fly over here, and then there's two valleys, like that one and then this one that I look for. But before that, before I knew to do that and then look for the road, I would always turn too tight or I'd be too low, and then the runway would be blocked by this mountain. So it's one of the most difficult approaches out of all the PilotEdge airports for sure.
Sail departure, hello, Walker 380 climbing 1,800 via the SID.
Walker 380, Seattle departure, radar contact, climb maintain 15,000, clear direct CA, clear direct
Good work, Steve-O Knievo would have been proud. Sporty one, excellent timing. Weather was cleared enough. I can now continue a big FSC up in Eastern Oregon. Oh, cool. I might do some Oregon flying later on this evening in the Saab. I like flying into Seattle and that. I've yet to fly into Aspen. Oh, dude, you're missing out. Got to do it, man. Even VFR. This is a fun airport to fly into. Alright, so we got 2, 3, 4. Let me turn off that taxi light. And the icing should be off, which it is. Let's turn off environment, pressure, bleed, and the inert separator will do that. Reset the timer. Takes about a few seconds. So inert separator. Then we got autopilot, trim, fuel selector. Now we'll do fuel cutoff. Aux BP off. Starters off. Turn our nav lights off. And we'll turn off our oxygen. Turn off our lights. Crash bar down. And then let's go to X economy.
Contact Seattle Center 125.1.
Finish flight. Get paid.
1, Walker 3 heavy.
That will put the passengers back in. So now we can do a replay of the crazy landing. Kind of want to see that from a perspective of the passengers.
Disconnected.
That looked pretty scary to me. It was like a 300 something foot per minute landing, so I guess it wasn't horrible. Okay. Just make sure that FS Economy took that flight. Yep, it did. So we'll go to a replay. Let's see how crazy this looked. It was so gusty. It was like gusting to 19 or something. That was from the reversers. Now check it out from passenger. There's the airport right there. If you do Oregon, join me on leg 2 of the Bush Challenge in your Saab. Yeah, right. Leg 2 is only 30 nautical mile. Yeah, that's a little too short of a flight unless I'm in a 150 or something. See if you can land Stoll on the big boy. Yeah. Stoll on the Saab, that's a challenge. Absolutely. Good Lord, this is a scary landing. Those passengers probably are having their stomachs go up into their throat. Anyway, I'll take that landing, because this is not an easy bird to land in. All options are allowed so long as it's a landing that's not an outright crash. So if you can land without gear in a soft stall, it counts. Yeah, that landing was like 300 something. I only get upset with myself if I land over 400. But in rough weather conditions or choppy winds like this, then I'm okay with 300. A little hard. It's better to get wheels on the ground rather than being blown off the runway. So that's the way I look at it. But yeah, guys, I will get back to you and we'll try to plan a day for the New York City corridor flight, because like I said, that was fun. And then we'll do more San Juan stuff too, since we all have that airport stuff downloaded. Guess I'll wrap this guy up. So close those doors. Chocks, covers, covers. We'll set when engine is cooled. So we are all covered. Good to go. Catch you next time. Thanks. You bet, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the chat as always. And I like this flight, so I'm going to upload this one to YouTube. See you guys next stream. Y'all take care. Chase out.
United 1057 and maintain 160 or less.
160 or less, United 1057.
Mike Whiskey, normal speed, fine, thanks.
United 473, contact tower 133.3.
33.3, United 473.
Delta 982, descend to maintain 9 or 1000.
Delta 982, descend 9000.
30. Great Sierra Victor, flighting 340.
0, descending via the ski with Kilo.
Southwest 3781, Denver approach, expect the ILS runway 35 left.
Denver Skywest 5240, flight level 232, descending via. We have Quebec to Juliet.
Delta 5240, Denver approach, your option. You can be number 1 for 35 right or 3 for 35 left.
We'll keep 35 left, Skywest 5240.
5340, roger that. Reduce speed now to 250, then descend via Bravo, find the ILS 35 left.
We'll slow now to 250, then descend via Skywest 5240.
Southwest 3781, maintain 280 knots of greatest elevation.
280 or better, till advise, Southwest 3781.
Seven Charlie Uniform Denver, thank you.
982, turn right heading 325, intercept runway 35 right, localizer.
Delta 982 heading 325, intercept the 35 right, localizer. 070, maintain 15,000, Southwest 3781.
2368, contact Denver Center 125.9.
Send 8000.
Turn 15 degrees right.
240 at Boss, you cleared ILS runway 35 left approach.